Welcome to ReviewMean, the channel where we go an extra mile to simplify your movie decisions. Today we'll be discussing Predator Badlands, the 9th installment in the Predator franchise. The movie follows a young Predator outcast from his clan who finds an unlikely ally on his journey in search of the ultimate adversary. The movie is directed by Dan Trachtenberg and stars Elle Fanning and Demetrius Schuster-Koloamatangi.
We totally nailed it that time!
At the time of this video, these were the critics who had reviewed the movie. 3C Films says Predator Badlands marks a real comeback for the franchise. He remembers being super excited for the Predator back in 2018, only to be completely let down. So much so that he didn't even want to see another Predator movie for a while. But then salvation came. Prey came out and completely changed his mind. That movie took things back to basics and reminded everyone what made Predator cool in the first place. Now, with Badlands, the franchise seems to be on another winning streak. He admits that while watching this one, he caught himself thinking, this might actually be my favorite Predator movie yet. He loves that it doesn't just repeat the old formula of hunt, kill, collect skulls, but instead explores more about the Predators, their code, their world, and what makes them tick without over-explaining them. 3C also points out that Badlands feels like the most toy-friendly Predator movie yet. It's exciting enough for kids to enjoy if they're old enough to handle the action, but still cool for longtime fans. You can almost picture the shelves at Walmart, stocked with little Predator figures, ships, and gadgets. He does warn that if you're a hardcore Predator purist who doesn't want the franchise to change or dive deeper into Predator lore, you might not like where the story goes, especially near the end. But for everyone else, this is a smart, entertaining evolution of the series. In the end, 3C says Predator Badlands isn't just worth watching in theaters. It's good enough to buy and add to your personal collection. His ratings average 3.5. Jeremy Jans says Predator Badlands does something really unexpected. It makes you feel for the Predator. We've seen glimpses of their world before, but here we actually get to see him sparring and bonding with his brother, which makes the alien hunter surprisingly relatable. He points out that this is a PG-13 Predator movie, not a drop of red blood in sight, but it still manages to look great and deliver fun action, especially for a film that cost only $100 million. Sure, a few CGI shots look fake, but overall, it's visually solid. Jeremy liked the humor between the Predator and the synthetic character, though he admits he could have done with a little less comedy. Maybe he's just grown numb to MCU humor.
Maybe I'm just becoming numb to MCU humor being in everything.
For him, the first half of the movie drags a bit, but once it hits the halfway point, it finds its rhythm and becomes really fun. In short, he thinks it's a cool, entertaining entry. We'll score this 3.5. Grace says she was pleasantly surprised by how good Predator Badlands turned out to be. She raves about the world building, saying we finally get a proper look at the Predator home planet, just enough to hook us without giving too much away. The visual effects are top-notch and surprisingly beautiful for the budget. Grace believes director Dan Trachtenberg nailed the balance between honoring old-school fans and adding modern themes, and compares it to a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
It's like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
She calls the humor smart, not silly, and says she and her audience genuinely laughed with the movie, not at it. She also praises the film's message that true strength comes from protecting others, not just fighting. In the end, she says this might actually be her favorite Predator movie, even comparing it to a comic book or Saturday morning cartoon in the best way. It's exciting, good-hearted, and fun, and she hopes for a sequel. We'll give this a 4 out of 5. Sean Chandler says Badlands pulls off something that really shouldn't work. It turns the Predator into a main character with family drama, brotherly banter, and even campfire conversations. It's a very different approach, but surprisingly, it works. He says the film digs deep into the Predator lore, exploring their clans, culture, and even linking the story to the wider sci-fi universe, including hints of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation from Alien. He likes that the movie connects these elements in smart, meaningful ways, rather than just throwing in cheap Easter eggs. Sean calls it fun, fresh, and different, with plenty of action, humor, and brutality still intact. However, he admits that turning the Predator into a talkative, almost buddy character could have long-term consequences for the franchise. It makes him relatable, but also takes away some of the mystery. Even so, he enjoyed it a lot and gave it a B+, 4 out of 5 on our scale. Price of Reason came in skeptical and left furious. He says that once he saw the Hollywood Reporter calling Predator Badlands a girly adventure about a cuddly predator, he knew the franchise was in trouble. Still, he gave it a fair shot, hoping to be proven wrong. Unfortunately, in his view, the movie completely betrays the spirit of Predator. His main problem is that the movie tries to humanize the Predator, turning him from a fearsome hunter into an emotional, sensitive creature. For him, this kills the entire point of what made the Predator iconic: the fear, the mystery, the menace. He compares the main Predator character, Deck, to Forrest Gump, saying he just stumbles around following orders.
What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant.
You're a genius.
While his robot partner won't stop talking. Watching a Predator walk around with a chatty robot and a cute alien pet, he says, feels nothing like a Predator movie at all. He also takes issue with the story logic, weird robot powers, inconsistent rules, and confusing connections to the Alien franchise that don't really make sense. By the end, he calls Predator Badlands an absolute disaster and says that, as someone who grew up loving the original, it's depressing to see the franchise reduced to this. He gives it 5 out of 100 or 0.25 on our scale. Yikes, that is brutal. Dan Murrell says Predator Badlands doesn't really feel like a Predator movie. It feels like a typical Hollywood blockbuster that just happens to include predators. He compares it to making a Stand By Me style coming-of-age movie, but starring teenage aliens on their home planet. Dan admits the film has good qualities, likable characters, interesting ideas, and a familiar setting. But it's so different from what fans expect that it might be hard for some people to accept. He describes it as predictable and conventional, with a safe sequel-teasing ending that doesn't really surprise. The movie also follows a recent Hollywood trend, where one actor plays multiple identical characters, something Elle Fanning does here, and he jokes that it's become a weird 2025 cliché. In the end, he says the film is basically an attempt to turn the Predator species into heroic, family-friendly franchise characters, and while some might enjoy that, it didn't really work for him. He gives an official It's Fine rating, which equates to 3 out of 5 on our scale. Now let's round up the numbers and convert to percentage. The ReviewMean score for Predator Badlands is 61% compared to 87% on the tomatometer. So, across all reviewers, one thing is clear. Predator Badlands is a bold experiment that's dividing everyone. If you're open to seeing the Predator franchise evolve into something new, emotional, and even funny, you'll probably love it. But if you believe the Predator should stay a mysterious, terrifying hunter, you'll likely see it as a complete betrayal of what made the character iconic. So, it all depends on what you want. As for me, with a score like this, I'm happy to wait for streaming.